Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Dendrick's Evening Toy, the channel that isn't so politically correct that it minds if you call it a broadside, even though lady side is the preferred term. It's also the channel that knows a lot about mass shifting, if you know what I mean, ladies. And of course, tonight's evening toy is Titans Return BROADSIDE. And I was lucky to find him just sitting on the shelf, all by himself. Well, there were two of them, actually. And this one's sticker was a bit scrunched up, but the other one had some paint problems, so I got the lesser of two evils here. I don't know if this is where you're supposed to put the gun slash chair, but you can put it there, you can put it there, you can even put it here if you're that kind of person. But yeah, the change I made to this guy was just turning these around. Other people have figured this out as well, but in the jet mode, such as it is, these wings are all facing forward. I mean, the tips are facing forward, which doesn't look right to me. So I turned them this way. You can carefully take them out and maneuver them around as you like. You can swap these two from side to side. You cannot interchange the gray and other ones. So these are all molded in the clear blue. This clear blue plastic underneath here, underneath the gray and the red, it's clear blue. I guess it's some kind of manufacturing thingy. These all the deck pieces are clear blue, so they're covered by paint and stickers, but the edges are clear blue. Which is that works. That's okay. The part that should not be clear blue, though, if you ask me, is the planes, the little planes he comes with. It's really cool that he comes with these tiny aerial bots. They're all on a sprue. This is blue plastic, you can see underneath, but it's been painted white. I've left silver bolt on there. The rest have been cut off, and so you can see when you cut it off, you see the little blue plastic underneath. So then you've got to take a hobby knife and trim it down a little bit, and then also if you have a file, it's handy to sand down the edges. So yeah, it looks like the aerial bots. There's Silverbolt. There's two of these molds here, which would be Skydive and Fireflight. No, Skydive and Slingshot. And then here we've got Air Raid and what did I say? Slingshot, or what's the other one? The new guy. Anyway, I'm gonna skip the jet mode and show you the aircraft carrier mode. Oh, by the way, this piece is just like on Sentinel Prime, where they've got these shoulder pieces, so you can press this. Oops, let me move the camera. It's got these little shoulder pieces in there, so that this button is pressed, comes up. You can also do a cool little trick where if he's looking the wrong way when you do that, he uppercuts his own head off. Or yeah, that's kind of a neat feature. Anyway, I was hoping this was going to be the USS Flag. You know, there's been 99 on his bow here, but it's a 36. So let me transform him into carrier mode, and I'll show you some more stuff. So here he is in aircraft carrier mode, and you can see he's a lot bigger now. Wait a minute. This is the wrong one. Oh, the bridge is falling off. You got the legs in there? Wait a minute. I'm just kidding. Here he is. That's a knockoff. Get out of here. So this is kind of cool, I guess. These landing gear, I would have thought were for the jet, but they're for the carrier. So these go down here, this leg thing. It makes sense because due to the kibble he can't actually sit on anything else. But you know, he'd be in the water, so this is okay with me. Oh, let's flip out the conning tower here. So now the instructions just have these things flying out on the side like that, which looks dumb. So I'll just fold them down under here and fold these down to the sides. And again, this is in the reversed position. It looks a little bit better the other way around because, you know, it would imitate a hull shape, but this also kind of is evocative of a hull. So I think it's okay. I'm probably not going to have him in jet mode, but I like that he has forward facing, or conventionally facing tail fins, if I do put him in that mode. So, let's take a look at the deck. Now you can see the little foot pegs that they have for the Titan Masters here are also used for the little jets, which is cool. I don't know about the placement. These two are on elevators. This one is off to the side of the runway. You can put one back here. So he's getting ready to take off. And that's fine, I guess. There's two here which don't really work so great. These two, again, not the ideal positions, and then two here. So I don't know if you'd really want to, well, I guess they do park the jets on the edge of the carriers all the time, but it would have been nice if there were actually some in the runway. But this all folds over itself when this is at the back of him in the robot mode, so I don't know, maybe that would have caused a problem. What I want to show you though is the problem with the stickers they put on here. I kind of do like the stickers they're using here, but they go right over these details. So you can see it makes these humps. So what I recommend is get yourself a very sharp hobby knife and make a cut at the back. So I've done it here already, and you can see that has a bit less of a bump, right? So if you just put it right up against that and just make a little cut like that, and then you can run your fingernail along the front to depress that in, and the same at the back. And now again, if you compare the middle and the front one to this back hump, it's not so bad, I think. And putting it at the back, it's not as visible. So there's the view from the front. If you look at it from the back, you may be able to see the cut that I made. But I think it's an improvement. Just be very careful. And I think this looks nice. I'm going to redo that one because it's not quite perfect, but there we go. So that's a small improvement you can make to your broadside if you're comfortable doing that. I could swing this back up. And yeah, so I think it looks a little better now. Let's take a close-up look inside the tower here. I'll put in the zoom on my camera. Now, I think I tossed the box, but on the box it says that Blunderbuss, his Titan Master, is what gives Broadside his mass shifting ability, which, as you know, is what allows the Transformers to change size, like Soundwave. So this guy, I mean, turning into a jet and an aircraft carrier is kind of weird, right? Like, can he land on himself, or what? But it really works. So when you put the guy in there, it becomes a lot larger. So now you can really get a sense of how big it is inside the carrier's tower. In fact, it might be a little too big. If you turn the chair around for the Admiral's seat, you can see Blunderbuss is maybe a little bit too small, in fact. But it would be a good scale for, like a G.I. Joe figure if you want to put Marissa Fairborn in there. I think that works a lot better. So I'm going to remove the Titan Master now so that he mass shifts back to regular size. And I better get her out of there too, otherwise she's going to be squished. Okay, so there we are, back to normal size. I don't want to get him too close or he's going to mass shift again. But yeah, that's Broadside and Blunderbuss, and I think it's a really great update. We've actually only had, well, we actually haven't had a Broadside since the original G1 figure. There was a fans project third-party one, which I think is okay. So yeah, he's overdue. So there you go. Hope you don't mind me goofing around with my Broadside here. This knockoff actually does transform into a weird robot, but I'm not sure why I bought it actually, but I guess it reminded me of the flag. And just in case you're curious, there's that knockoff aircraft carrier that I had. And these middle sections actually just pop off, and there's nowhere to put them, as far as I know. I got this from Star Toys. Those top pieces are on ball joints, so I guess you could rotate them down. And I'm not sure if I got his feet the right way around. Maybe they go this way. Nah, that's worse. And you know what? He does have electronics. I don't know how I activated them. What did I do? Oh, here. There's a button. I guess he's getting a phone call.
Let's go, fingers.
What? Yeah, okay, we get it.
Let's go, fingers.
Let's go... Fangers? Rangers? Dangers?
Let's go, fingers.
Let's go... Thangers. It sounds like... That must be Rangers. I don't know. Anyway, he's a lot bigger, and he has electronics for like, what, 14 bucks? So maybe... But, you know, Broadside was only 30. I was surprised. I thought he'd be more. So, 30 bucks. That's Canadian, by the way. So, probably 25 US, I think. Oh, he's listing. He's capsizing. Anyway, there's Broadside and some cheap piece of crap from China. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Not you, Blunderbuss. You're not the cheap piece of crap from China. Even though you are all from China. That's okay. But Broadside got a little bit more TLC in his manufacturing. Or did he? Once again, thanks for watching, and thanks for watching. I also got this too. Some light in the situation.
This is the time.
His batteries are weak. I'm not really going to review this guy, but it was kind of an adventure getting him. I had to call around to all the Toys R Us stores in my area to see who had one left, and I did find one store with one left. So, yeah, I kind of waited a long time to get him. But, you know, because of his size, it was actually cheaper to get him at retail. And I didn't really want him for a while, but it was the repro labels that sold me on it. They make him look a lot more like a city or a fortress, so those are on the way.